What's going on, folks? I'm Nancer Gamer. Welcome to another live stream. I almost said another ice cream. There's no ice cream here. Um, just art. So today we're going to be looking into drawing form and gesture. Once again, I'm going to go right off the gate. I'm not an expert. I'm literally doing this to study. Because I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out the ropes. Maybe it'd be a good idea for me to draw body parts instead. That might not be a bad thing to do. But for now, I think I'm gonna start with a full body. Um, I'm using sketchdaily.net for references. So when I copy and paste them into um, chat, that's where the references are coming from. In fact, I'll do this again. I'll actually copy and paste this into the live stream uh, description. So these people can grab that there. And if you're watching this on the VODs, I'll be sure to leave the link to Sketch Daily below in case you want to use it for yourself to practice. There's more than just like humans on here. You can draw different animals, buildings. From what I see, like vegetation. None of that really interests me at the moment. I definitely want to learn how to draw plants and stuff a little better in the future. Sorry, my glasses are dirty. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this. Um, let me load up. I don't have the best setup for my chat display. I kind of have like YouTube's chat popped out on my left monitor. What I'm drawing on my right. Maybe I should actually swap those. That might be ideal. Let me do that real quick. That way, I'm looking at you guys instead of away from you guys, but I'm reading chat. That's probably the smarter play here, right? It feels different. It really feels odd, but this is probably the better play. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to trying to learn some more. I practice a little bit in my spare time, um, and I do just genuinely like to draw. So I'm excited to get into this. Let's head into the drawing display here. And let's get some music going. And then yeah, let's So as you can see, if you're curious like what music is playing, it's above my noggin here. Um, Most of this or all of this should be DCMI free. I think that's the term, right? I'm bad at acronyms. DMCA free. So they should be good. Occasionally, a sneaky one pops in there. A song got flagged on last week's art stream. That wasn't even the song; it just got flagged as a different song that was kind of similar. So stuff like that happens. I keep having to take some stuff out, but it happens. Um, if you know of any DMCA music as well, let me know. I'll add it to my Spotify playlist. But for now, yeah, we're just gonna chill. I think we're good. Let me get a thing set up here. Um, okay, we got our display. Let's get our first thing set up to draw. Okay, I like that. Kind of spooky. Let me copy the image. This will be our subject for today, or at least this round. So I realized last time I spent a lot of time trying to get stuff perfect, and I think today I'm going to try to just be quick. I'm going to try to just get stuff down onto the paper as quickly as I can do. So yeah, so in the top right is what I'm currently looking at now. I'll be looking at it off to the side and maybe using this as reference, but you know, it's there for you guys if you want to follow along. So let me stretch real quick, try to loosen up the joints. As I mentioned in the past, I have arthritis and I have carpal tunnel in my wrists and stuff like that. So I like to make sure I'm a little loosened up, help prevent injury and stuff in the future. But yeah, hopefully everyone's doing pretty okay today. Okay. Yeah, so something I remember reading in a couple art lesson books is that it's recommended you hold the pencil like I can't even remember how to do it now. Kind of like this, and you draw like this. So you kind of like rest it in a way, and then you draw using your arm. And I'm like that, like in a lot of ways this feels good, but it's a very specific like art setup type of way to draw. Like it works, but at the same time, it's like if I'm trying to draw like on a paper on like desk, trying to draw like this doesn't really work very well, right? So it's one of those things where like I can kind of use that drawing method to draw on like my tablet, but anywhere else it's like completely useless for me. Like if I want to draw like on my couch or on my porch, sure, probably not the best places to draw, but sometimes it's just nice to do that, right? So I tend to kind of draw like this. I have like the pen kind of set between my fingers here. I try not to use my fingers as much. Like I used to use them all the time, but I'm trying to get better at using my arm, like my shoulder, for a lot of like the big motions. Um, and then like my elbow a bit more, and only use my fingers for like small details. Um, but it is something that I'm getting used to. Like decades of not doing that, right? So let's ramble while I draw. So interesting pose, so kind of like this, going down, and the head kind of here. Like I would honestly add like a timer, but with like the time it takes for me to like copy and paste what I'm sketching into like Clip Studio. By that time, like I'm kind of out of time. Alright, that looks alright. Also getting that early rust off. Let's move on to the next. Lady sitting on a chair here. This image should be safe, but like it's one of those like you can kind of make out a booba. So hopefully, Twitch doesn't have an aneurysm because of this. Oh, this is also got flipped at some point. There we go. That's the direction that it's in for me. Hey there, life is beautiful. How are you today? So let's try drawing this lass. So she does have a chair with her in the image, but not really going to include that. I'm just going to focus on her form. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I'm still learning the ropes, still like figuring stuff out. Still got a long ways to go, but kind of the joy of art studies is that like your journey is never done. There's always room to improve. Always ways you can improve, but also respecting the journey that you've done so far. Yeah, fingers aren't very good. Yeah, maybe I'll actually take some time today and learn how to like draw hands and stuff a little better. That might not be a bad idea. Because I haven't really studied. Like I did a little bit of like studying in the past of hands and stuff like that, but that was before I learned how to draw form. So I mostly focused on um, like just drawing what I saw. So it may not be a bad idea to actually revisit that subject. Am I a graphic designer? Not by trade. I've done mostly my own graphic design work, but nothing where I've like got paid for it. I also went to school for graphic design, but I dropped out because that shit be expensive. Alright, yeah, this one's just bad. I can admit it. Yeah, that's some foreshortening on like the hands there that I missed out, so the fingers can maybe be a bit more like. Yeah, we'll just scrap this one. I do get a lot of graphic designers trying to sell me their stuff. Which is annoying. But yeah, I'm not a graphic designer myself. If you can design one thing, you can design anything everywhere. No, not necessarily. There are, like, it's like, sure, people can be skilled to draw a bunch of different stuff, but typically trying to claim that, like, if you can draw one thing, you can draw everything, it takes practice to actually be good enough to do that stuff. That one's not very good. That's okay. Stretch, loosen up the wrist a little bit. Oh, nice. I'm Canadian. I'm from Ontario. Ugh. Oh yeah, friggin'. So yesterday, I did a post yesterday for my stream that I was streaming Pokemon Blue, and I had like 60 plus like spam art accounts, and like just mostly spam art accounts. There were a couple that were like those pay us and we'll like advertise your stream accounts. I had like 3 or 4 or 5 of those. You know, like and follow me. It was just like this is so many. There were so many. It took me like well over an hour to block them all. Like it was insane. Like how is that still a thing on freaking on Twitter? It is mind-boggling. Because here's the thing, I don't want to support those like spam accounts. They're so annoying. They're exhausting. Yet they keep on trying. That's great. You love Canada. Have you been to Canada at all? I haven't really traveled much of Canada. I've only literally have just been like the furthest I've been is like Toronto, and that was like a couple years ago to see Tom Jones with my wife. Okay, you know what? Let's just hit the old redo eraser. It's a dream to travel to Canada. Oh, nice. Where have you considered traveling to? Anywhere? I've always wanted to travel to BC personally. BC is just seems very pretty with all the mountains and stuff. You're a graphic designer as well. I had that feeling. You have the same cadence that all the other graphic designers who join my stream have. Um, I will say if you're gonna sell me something, I will have to ban you. Just gonna say that right now. Apologies if you're not, but I get so many art scammers all the time that I just have a no bullshit policy for it. Media ban if that is the case. Why not? You're trying YouTube Shorts. I don't know what you mean by that. For some reason, YouTube won't let me post shorts. I've tried that. It does not let me. Oh, hey, Mr. Rubber Ducky. Hope you're having a good day. Happy to see you here. You are never a bother, man. Always happy to see, see you around. You know what? Maybe I will change my plans. Still learn gesture, but this time focus on body parts. Obviously, safe for work body parts because I am streaming. Will I get banned for showing like a foot? I know that is a fetish, right? And like hands. Will I get banned for that? Should I be concerned? Should I not be? It just dawned on me that maybe I shouldn't. Twitch allows artistic nudity. Yeah, but I also know that they're very like shrug about that rule. So I'm not sure. I don't want to get like unfairly banned because some bot decided to have a aneurysm, you know. But yeah, right now I'm just doing some basic gesturing like I did last week, trying to learn pose. But I'm thinking because I haven't really practiced form using like body parts yet. Like I've studied body parts in the past, but I mostly just copied what I was looking at and didn't try to draw it using like geometric shapes. Um, so I'm thinking maybe changing it up a little bit. Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's. let's get a little spicy up in here. Meat is fine. I would assume that stuff like breast and genitalia overall would be an issue. Yeah, I'm assuming that much. And like, I'm going to assume that like hands and feet are fine. Like, I know there's like a fetish stuff around that, but it should be safe. Because I am drawing it for artistic needs and not, you know, for questionable stuff. But never know. Hands and feet are natural. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, so is like, you know, other stuff as well. But I get what you're saying. Okay, let me do some quick saving of. Yeah, let's create a new thing. Alright. Body parts. Hands, feet, heads. Okay, perfect. All genders. All angles. Not giving myself a timer, because that sounds difficult for now. Especially trying to share it on... I'm gonna assume this is fine. The image I'm looking at the moment, you can't see the bits, but it is implied. Let's just skip to the next one. All right, we can draw this portrait. The other one, I feel like something could have happened. It was a girl basically doing this with like you can't see down here because like it just gets cut off by like the bottom of like the screen, like the cropping. But I don't know. That's one of those I could see issues happening. Character look at a viewer can be a fetish, so you know. Yeah, the internet is one of those things where every time I learn of a new interest, I guess that people have, I feel like I shouldn't be shocked anymore, but then I get shocked by it. And then I'm like, okay, nothing's gonna get to me, and then I stumble across something else completely unprompted. I'm just like, how the fuck did this? Okay, like, so as I mentioned in the past, I've been sketching like every Pokemon in my free time, starting with like Bulbasaur, going up to all the generations, you know, doing that stuff. Keep in mind, I have safe search turned off, so it should be like just or turned on. I mean, so it should be like the safest of the plane, you know. It is not. It is not. It is not the safest or the plainest. Majority of the time. So yeah, we'll do this one real quick. Art rabbit hole is just endless, and its varieties between depraved and some interesting. Yeah, it was one of those things where like I knew there was like a pretty good like big like furry, like, following with like Pokemon and stuff. Like, I was aware of that. Like, it's one person's cup of tea. That's fine with me. But there is some like weird shit where I'm just like, that's weird. I like every Pokemon so far. I haven't drawn Wobbuffet, but every one from Bulbasaur to I think Unknown had some form of uh inflation, and whatever one means that they're going to have a litter of babies. I don't know which one that is, but yeah, every one of them had that in safe search. I don't know why. But yeah, it was something. Once again, not kink shaming, but it was one of those things where I was surprised to find it with every Pokemon. Every one of them. It was like the 10th one down. Pokemon is fun. It also gives you that practice. Just listening Sura Fatha with, I don't know what that is. It's weird, but what can you do? Yeah. Which is so I'm guessing the blueberry one stems from Willy Wonka, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into that. Okay, I'm just gonna get back to what I was doing. If you ever want to draw that stuff, you will become basically rich. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've considered it. Okay, you're just being weird now. I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna block you. That how do I go about doing that on the old YouTube? That's not how. YouTube weirdos, yep. Not even sure what to report this at. And let's just refresh the old YouTube chat. Just so their messages go away forever. Yeah. Just that's why we can't have nice things. Alright. I had a kid troll me on YouTube with multiple alt accounts, and it was pretty sad. Yeah, this person's just being weird. Like they showed it out where I was fairly sure they were gonna try to sell me their art. That was probably most likely a scam. As like, I'm sure not everyone is a scammer who tries to peddle their art, but from my experience, from what I've looked into, they're pretty much all have tried to scam me with using AI art and claiming it as their own art. Out of curiosity, I've researched about nothing work art and basically came to the conclusion that you need stellar understanding of anatomy to even get anywhere, which is fair enough. Yes, honestly, like, I don't think not safe for work art is something I would do personally, just because like it is a very niche. Like it's a profitable market to be sure, but you will have to draw people's fetishes, right? It's stuff that like you're gonna find out about stuff that you probably don't want to know, right? So it's one of those like I don't think I want to learn that. But what I can say is that their understanding of anatomy, fucking fantastic. Like it's it's just honestly impressive. For like, I would honestly see someone being like, you know what? Let me study this for like a couple of months just to learn anatomy. It's weird. Also, I didn't have like a ban option for this person. I just had a hide them from the channel. That that seems weird. No, I don't get YouTube sometimes, man. they want, and people will just flock to them like that. Yeah, that is true as well. Like it is like yeah, no, it's definitely one of those markets where like there is money to be made, and like there are probably ways to you know get into it without some you know unwanted information. But yeah, like you know, I have definitely considered it though. I can't say that I haven't. But my understanding of anatomy is not even close to being good enough. And probably in the future, I actually wouldn't mind getting like some collabs happening on our stream. It's just me and I guess just kind of chat and draw. That'd be kind of fun. It is a can of worms. People learn it in weird ways. But hey, looking at art, it basically flushes the hell out of a character. To be honest, yeah, like it, like legit learning anatomy and then learning like gesture, which is adding life to the anatomy. Like it is a difference between making your image look like a flat drawing on paper to something that looks like it's like living and alive. Yeah, you can definitely learn it by doing that as well, right? But keep in mind too, right, that even though like not safe for work stuff or really any art references can be good for like discovering your style, because typically like any genre that you're drawing in, be it realism to cartoons, anime, and then anything in between, and not safe for work stuff probably landing in the more cartoony, exaggerated aspect. Because it's not safe for work, certain parts will probably be exaggerated more than others. So by learning from not safe for work references, or really any art, like drawing references, you're going to be learning the exaggerated stuff, which isn't a bad thing. But learning, yeah, pretty much. Like if you're going to be learning, like learn like because not safe for work stuff, or really any sort of art, especially like stylized stuff, is exaggeration, right? Um, you might not be learning proper like form. Honestly, if you're gonna learn from not safe for work, do it from realism. It will translate to yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Like all art tends to stem from realism, and that's what makes it believable as the like with anime, the big eyes work because everything else is in balance with the big eyes. If you were to let's say anime was big eyes, big nose, big mouth, big everything, and small head, you'd be like, what the heck? This doesn't look right. Just because it's knowing how and what to exaggerate, and knowing like how to manipulate the human body to kind of make it believable, even if it wouldn't realistically be believable. But yeah, for some people, like me in particular, I will say I have a hard time trying to draw something stylized once I know how to draw it in realism. But that's just how my brain works. And like it's just something that I have to like work, improve from, because I think like because I have aphantasia, I have a hard time drawing anything that I haven't like committed to memory. Um, yeah, her face could have been longer. I didn't do like the sail method at all, but yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like that's basically it. To be able to exaggerate well, you need to know the fundamentals, and like you can learn from other if it helps you to like sprinkle in learning from like if you want to get into like a very specific art style, learning the fundamentals and then also studying like different types of anime, for example, or manga is a good thing, right? Because you're learning how to draw stuff from life, but you're also understanding how to exaggerate what it is you're trying to draw, um, or simplify it, right? Because manga is a lot of simplifications, but done in such a way where it's still eye-catching and stunning to look at. You know, and they know where and when to exaggerate and like make whatever scene that's happening feel like it's an actual thing. I know it's hard to explain, but like, yeah. But like, if learning from like not safe for work stuff helps you to understand anatomy in a better way, then yeah, by all means. Always. Iterative drawing? I don't know if I've heard of that. Yeah, that looks alright. Let's get another image. Keep things rolling. I want to focus on more hand stuff. Yeah, this is getting me a lot of not hands and feet. So let's go. Let's focus on one, sneezing. Tissue. Think we're good? I managed to stifle that sneeze. Okay. Let's focus on like hands for the next little bit, and then I'll swap the feet. And you know what? To keep me moving relatively quick, I'll give myself like a 5-minute timer. Yeah. No, I'll say 10 because I do have to copy and paste it to clip and potentially have to deal with annoying chatter. So we'll say 10 minutes. Not copy image link. Copy image. I'm learning shapes construction at the moment, so I'm still far back till I can start figure. Yeah. Honestly, it's one of those things where early on I tried to learn gesture first, and I was just like overwhelmed. Like it's tilt. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like hands are so difficult to like wrap my head around. Like I get like this is basically just a tube, but it's very difficult. But it also looks like if you look at this here, it looks like it's kind of bending. So like it has like the line here, then it like kind of bends like this in a weird way. Like it's so odd. The mitten method? Okay, I'll look into that. I see. Okay, yeah, send me the video. I'll look into it when I get a chance. Two of them. All right, I'll probably watch the first one. Yeah, thank you. I've actually considered getting a Discord set up for like my streams and stuff like that, just for people who want to follow. But I'm so afraid of like I'm already getting so many spam bots and crap like on Twitch and YouTube that I don't want to have a second job of just getting rid of them. Like it's already like a full time job for me just to deal with like having to um, deal with all these like spam accounts on like Twitter. Like, I spent like yesterday getting rid of like 60 of them who tried to follow me. So it's one of those things where I don't know if I want to deal with that yet. Relative to the chip, no spam bots really join, and if they do, they leave after they post their art link, which never really happens. Okay. Discord super rated, so it can cause it to just kill invites and kick beats. Okay. Not the best hand in the world, but it's something. Mostly just trying to learn form. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. We can move on to the next. Good lord, this is a big image. Yeah, like honestly, yeah, hands do just require so much practice. Hand. Yeah, like also like with Discord, I'm just not very like knowledgeable on like how it works. Like I've also only used Discord to like chat with like a couple people, and like I use it to check when my my DM is having a D&D session, and that's it. Like I know so little on like how like all like the little like all like the little features work. Like you were saying like rating, didn't know that was a thing that could happen on Discord. Had no clue. Like I know like so little about it. And like I should learn, but I haven't done it yet. To learn, it's relatively simple platform. Just permissions are annoying, but that's it. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely something that I have considered. Because like a couple people have already asked about it, so it's one of those things where like I don't know, maybe I'll look into it. But I'm also just afraid of like being hacked or something like that as well. Really just DM me and we can work something out. All right, I do appreciate that. Yeah, it's definitely something I'll probably message you about at some point in the future. Like I'm sure it's not like super difficult. Like though I'm not like the most computer savvy person. Like I do typically pick up on like how to do stuff using computers pretty quickly. So I'm sure it's not like too difficult or too outlandish for stuff I've already done. I'm so weak to so weak. I'm so excited to be starting uh, uh, Yakuza 4 next week. Ugh. Like I finally beat Pokemon Blue yesterday, and like man, being able to like play through Yakuza 4, so excited. Like I cannot wait. Or like I considered not even doing it in our stream today because I was that excited to like into Yakuza 4. But I should probably make thumbnails and stuff first. Before um Twitch entered an error on my end. Is it still fine for other people, or is just Twitch having a hissy fit for me? Just seems to be a hissy fit for me. That's fine. Twitch can hate me all at once. As long as other people are okay. It's fine for you. Okay. Yeah, just everything on my screen went like black for a second. It was like, oh, error. Okay. Yakuza 4 would be a treat. Yeah, I'm so excited. Like, I played a smidgen of it back when like PS Now was a thing. They had the original Yakuza 4 on there, and I did a little let's play of that on my main channel, and that was fun. But that was like my only experience of Yakuza was playing through 1, and I think a little bit of 2 at the time. So going into Yakuza 4, I didn't really know much about it. I still enjoyed it, but didn't really. I didn't beat it at all. I didn't get very far. Um, so going into like the remastered, I'm super excited. And now that I've played 0, 1, 2, and 3, I'm so excited to like, get into it. I did really like the one character from my little bit of experience of Yakuza 4 named Shun, Shun. I really liked him, so I'm excited to like see if I still like that character or if that was just me being dumb. But yeah, I'm excited to play that next week. It's going to be such a treat. I'm so excited. I'm actually pretty happy with this hand. I could do more. Like I could do some shading underneath like the finger here if I wanted to. But I kind of wanted to take a second, do a little stretch, let my wrist rest. And I've been like so stiff lately. For my drawing habit, and only one that works for me is writing one. So that's cool. Yeah. Honestly, getting comfortable with a tablet is so difficult for me. Like I kind of got a halfway decent setup here, but like it's not great. Like I don't really have good access on my keyboard if I need it. Like it's not the best. All right, the next image is being brought up. Don't like this one for me. All right, let's zoom all the way the fuck out. At least when I like minimize these, it still looks halfway decent. Yeah, and like that's the thing with like drawing, right? Is that you might not notice your wrist hurts until it's too late. Uh, Heck, your wrist might not like depending on your age, you might not even realize it does hurt. Ugh. Until you're 30 and you now have arthritis or carpal tunnel or anything, any of those things. Because when I was younger, I was like one of those kids who would play any game console for more than an hour because the instructor was like, "Don't play for more than an hour; it can cause injury." I'm like, "That doesn't happen to me. I can play for 8 hours in a row." I beat like Fable 2, I believe, in one sitting. I was ready to play for a couple of days. I beat it in like 8 hours. I'm like, "Oh, didn't know that was something I could do so quickly." So it's one of those things where it's just like I was like, I'm fine. It's not gonna happen to me. It did. It did. I had arthritis by like 20. It's one of those like, it sneaks up. It will get you. Blocked my wrist once, so I'm dangerously aware my wrist couldn't use. Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things where like, if I could go back, I would probably tell younger me to be a little bit more careful. But also, I don't think I would have listened because I had plenty of warnings. I knew going into it that I shouldn't do it. That's why I can't do a lot of like rhythm games because like I just can't. My wrist won't allow it. Like I'm surprised I can play like Dark Souls and stuff like that halfway decent. In all honesty, like I'm not gonna be like the best Dark Souls player in the world. Fucking not even close. But I'm fairly competent in those games for having like arthritis and like carpal tunnel. Like it's like they're definitely like very intensive games. thought the song that was playing was a song that recently got copyrighted, but that's not the song. I thought I removed it, so I was panicked, but yeah. Climb despite your problems, it's just way more hard. Yeah, that's honestly how I feel with like Dark Souls and stuff like that. Where like I can beat those games, but I definitely feel like I'm playing with like hard mode with those games. I also haven't really played many rhythm games. They're like one of those genres where like I enjoy them when I play them, but I never seek them out. I'm kind of that way with like the GTA games and stuff, and like Saints Row and all that, and like all those types of games. Where like I I have a good time like when I play them, but they're never something where I feel like I have to play them. I've definitely seen some mistakes here. Okay, yeah, I might look into it. So I'm so like with that game, like, do you have to have like a tool at home, or like is it like a mouse and keyboard type of game? Like, how does it work? From you saying like you have to drum it out, I'm assuming it's like Rock Band. Or arcade? Okay, that's interesting. Uh, yeah, let's take a minute. Just only 20 minutes or 20 seconds left of the timer. Let's pause it. Take a quick little break. Wrist is starting to get a my wrist is starting to feel how this wrist is looking. So yeah, just take a minute, rest up. I should probably go refill my water and stretch. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry that took a little longer than anticipated. I heard what sounded like water dripping under the house, and I tried to investigate and could not find the source of the dripping. So that's the problem for future me. But yeah, we're back at it. But yeah, hopefully it's not an issue. Hopefully it is just water running through the pipes. So this would be like the third leak fixed this year. But who knows? Not me. So to the next image. You know what? I think for now, let's take a break from drawing hands, and we'll switch to feet. Nope, images match the filter? That doesn't make sense. Body part. Feet. Telling me that there's no feet images on this website? That's annoying. How is that even possible? Why even have it as an option? Huh. Well. Screw me, I guess. Okay. Huh. Now what? I could try drawing something like a little different, maybe switch to like vegetation or something. Maybe go back to like full body. Alright. Yeah, I guess we'll go back to drawing full body. 10 minutes. All angles is fine. upload at certain. All right. So her pose is very like stiff. I have a habit of making my lines not as large as they probably should be. So let's actually widen this up a little bit. It's actually a medallion. There. There's details missing and stuff, but looks alright. Take a minute. And stuff. Yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good, chill drawing stream today. Hope everyone's having just a nice time. Alright, welcome back. What's the next image? Alright, we'll pause the timer. I'll take a break, but I'll get the image set up. Ooh, I accidentally drew that on the wrong layer. Oopsie daisies. Sometimes we make mistakes in the heat of the passion or something. Yeah. It's a very common oopsie daisies to draw on the wrong layer. Happens more often than I would like to admit. Unless I'm drawing like traditionally, that doesn't really happen. Alright, I'm gonna take a second. Once again, stretch. of my wrist. I got a little bit like a cramp kind of forming right here in my palm. So, kind of working out that cramp a little bit. But yeah, like as like I'm still getting used to like drawing with the tablet, and like a lot of the time, like I do love just you make a little mistake and you can pretty easily like correct that mistake if you like make like a small like adjustment here and there, like it's more easily like fixable in like digital than traditional. Like a lot of the time, like I can see the mistakes I made, but I can't fix them because like I can't just cut out a spot and it's like shorten or correct the issue without like erasing a bunch. And like sometimes I'll watch like a speed paint of like someone's art, and I'll see them like draw the face, draw the body, realize they messed up somewhere, and just like completely fix the thing just by like just some sort of like digital magic, and it's like, well, I wish I could do that. In my sketchbook would be great. Draw with traditional because erasing endless mistakes eventually rips paper. Drafts are correct, it's fine. Yeah, and like that's why you sketch. You do like an early sketch, is so you can catch those mistakes early on, right? And like fix them before they become a problem. The catch is that you might not catch those mistakes early on because you don't notice them. Oh. Okay. Mistakes and you in line, so it's kind of I think either way, to be honest. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, I'm not sure where would be like the best position for my tab. Let's try there for now. Yeah, I'm definitely getting like wrist pain from just like the angle that I'm drawing at. Yeah, honestly, that's a great way to put it, right? Like, we're humans, we're gonna make mistakes. You might as well learn from it. That's kind of something that I've been like, basically that's something that I've been trying to like learn over the year, because like I had a really bad like perfectionist mindset for the longest time, and like it's still there. It's still like in the back of my mind, and like it's that voice that's like, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it right, and it has to be perfect. And I'm trying to correct that to, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna put my all into it, and I'm going to learn as I go. But it takes quite a bit to like switch that perfectionist brain to, not being perfect, but being like great at what I'm doing. Like aim for excellence, not perfection, kind of thing. And trying to like get better at like just not beating myself up if I'm not flawless the first time, because I rarely ever am. All right, let's do one more stretch. I'm getting sleepy. I think this might be my last sketch, because uh, I could sleep. I wouldn't because I can't nap, but the concept of having a nap right now sounds pretty nice. Okie dokie. Let's see, we got like curves here, curve there, interesting curve here. Oh, I should start the timer. There we go. All right, last. Let's do this. That video like it's yeah, honestly, yeah. I'll send it to me on Discord. I'll look at it. Yeah, I've also been looking into like the practice trap. If that's the phrase I'm thinking of, where like people tend to like practice, but they're not practicing like like there's practicing, but then knowing how and what to practice, and then like looking at your work and being able to be like, okay, these are the issues or mistakes I made, and being able to properly learn from your mistakes rather than just shrugging and moving on. But yeah, I'll definitely give it a watch. Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty good skill to learn as an artist, especially if you're not in a position where you feel confident to like show others. Being able to at least acknowledge that you made mistakes is a good place to start. here I can actually make the head a little bigger. Save time, I'll just... Go. Yeah, honestly, that's something I try to keep in mind too, right? Because, like, a lot of times, like, I do know, like, the things that I need to improve, and, like, the less, like, it's just, it does take time to, like, get what you've learned into practice, and, like, actually understanding what you've learned. And, like, for the most part now, like, I'm able to, like that profession as half my brain isn't as strong as it used to be. Like, it is still around. Like, it is something that, like, it's still there. But it is one of those things where I've gotten better at, like, being able to, like, better understand, like, what is perfectionist speaking up, and what is, like, just the need to, like, or desire to get better. And, like, I'm more able to, like, look at my work and be like, yeah, this turned out good. These are places where I need to improve. And all that. And draw that muscle. Yeah, I've looked into the Loomis method before. Um, and, like, the Loomis method, I found, like, does have its usage. But I feel like for me, it's more reliable for face on or, like, to the side. Um, it's not my favorite to use for any other angle. But maybe I haven't, like, fully, like, understood it yet as well. like I started learning the Loomis method first, and I just like practices with it to flesh out perspective a little bit. To be honest, yeah. Um, but yeah, I started with the Loomis method first, and like that was actually pretty helpful. And I'll probably like give it like a little bit of like a revisit at some point. Um, I tried the Riley method, but it felt way too cumbersome. Like it felt just it required way too many like guidelines to the point where it felt like I was just doing like weird math. And like my page got so like muddied by lines and all that kind of stuff. It just felt way too like way too just cumbersome for me. Um, I've liked the Steve Houston's like sail method. That's been pretty good for drawing like faces from different angles. And I have to look into a bit of the uh, sub and cube method and try and like figure that out a bit more. Winston's cube? That that doesn't sound like it, but it's something like that. But I think for that, I just need to get better at drawing like basic shapes from different perspectives. Question. I see that you basically draw a rectangle and then fill it. Yeah, yeah, that's a thing. Like I have like such a hard time like I don't know like adding like building off of the cube. Like I get it in concept. It's one of those things I haven't quite like been able to like actually put into practice. Yeah, like pretty much my timer's done for this. I paused it. I just want to like just kind of do like a little bit of like line clean up a little bit, make it look a little nicer because it actually turned out pretty nice. And I'm trying to get better at like adding more purpose to my lines and not just drawing them because I feel like I need to always have my hands. Like, I don't know how it happened because I added a neck, but somehow she lost her neck. That's the thing that I keep doing, where I'm like, okay, I added in the neck, I continue with the drawing, and then I'm like, what happened to the neck? Like, this might be a thing where I actually look back at, like, the sketching process of this and be like, where did this happen? Because, like, I feel like I added it in there, and then somehow I lost it. F2 is probably what I would assume. She has a beard? Yeah, I can see that with, like, the little bit here. Yeah, and like, that's what it is, right? It's probably mostly just proportions. Haven't quite got those right, but I'll learn. Yeah, like, her legs are super tiny in retrospect here. Like, realistically, the shoe should kind of come out to, like, here. I don't know. But I'm also in a lot of pain, so I think I'm going to wrap it up. Yeah, but she also does have big shoulders. Yeah, this was fun. I didn't take a break though. I had to edit and then make dinner. So yeah, this was fun. Um, Tomorrow I'll oh, not tomorrow. Uh, Next week I'll be starting Yakuza 4. Pretty excited about it. I'll probably be giddy about it until, like, the day we start. Maybe no drawing streams, depending on how into Yakuza 4 I am, or if I need a break. Yeah, I'll definitely watch those videos that you sent me. Um, and then, and yeah, we'll see what I'm feeling for next Friday. But for now, Wednesday Yakuza, Thursday Yakuza, most likely Friday would be Yakuza. I have some plans to do some, like, Let's Play recording this weekend. I wasn't able to last week because some stuff came up, but I have some stuff planned. I have played a little bit of the Legend of Heroes Trials in the Sky. If that's your thing, feel free to check it out. Like, comment, all that stuff. It really does help. Um, and yeah, see y'all next time. Bye for now.